Yes, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another show. And this morning we're going to get into some MMA chat because we have US 301 taking place tonight in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, guys. We have Anthony Lionheart versus Victor Petrino. That's a good fight. Um, we're going to get into it. Let's get into this. So UFC 301 is in Brazil tonight. So let's get into this fight. Anthony Smith. Let's look at the tape fight. So UFC 301 is in Brazil tonight. So let's get into this fight. Anthony Smith. Let's look at the tape. Anthony Smith is 37 and 19, 35 years old. 6'3". You know what I mean? Big guy. And we have Victor. Um, Victor is undefeated, 11 and 0, age 26, 6'2", young guy, up and coming guy in the UFC. And you know what I mean? This is people. This fight right here, I think it's a must win for Anthony Smith. Lionheart been around for a while. You know what I mean? 37 and 19. That's a lot of fights. And to my knowledge, he have over 50 fights. Not all his fights, but he's been in this game for a while. And I believe this is a do or die fight for Anthony Smith right now. And the UFC or Dana White, they always do this to the veteran fighters that been in the UFC for a while. You know what I mean? Put them up against the young lions that coming up. You know what I mean? It's a must win fight for Anthony Smith. You know what I mean? We have Victor, 11 and 0. You know what I mean? Good guy, young upcoming guy. I think he was on the UFC show or something like that. I think he was one of the guys that's on that show, Contender. And guys, you know what I mean? Leave your comment, guys. Make sure, you leave your comment or, and what's going on. So this is what I see what Dana White and UFC do. They match up like veteran fighters against up and coming fighters in the UFC. You know what I mean? I guess it's to keep the veteran fighters on their toes or prepare. But you know what I mean? I see where UFC going through this. I've been watching UFC for about 10, 12 years. So this fight right now is a must-win situation for Anthony Smith, I think. You know what I mean? The last fight Anthony Smith had, Lionheart, it went Khalil Roundtree, and that didn't end good, people. That did not end good. He got knocked out. Um, you know what I mean? It was a brutal knockout too. Late reaction to the punch. Guys, you know what I mean? So what do you guys think? Leave your comment, you know what I mean? But it's an interesting fight, you know what I mean? It's an interesting fight card. And people, and don't forget, US 301 is 3 weeks away, was just 3 weeks that US 300 took in place. And 3 weeks later, Anthony Smith, is ready to go. I'm gonna share a video with you guys. Check out this video. Let me know what you guys think. All right.
What's going on, bro? How have you been since your last one? I know you had talked openly on the podcast about taking some time and kind of getting out of that dark place where you weren't to the point where you weren't even responding to text messages and people were wondering where you are. So
Right.
how is your head and how's your mental state going into this week?
Man, I'm in a good spot. I think I just had to make some mental adjustments uh, and just sit back and kind of figure out what I want to do and why I still do this. And, just a lot of questions. But I'm in a good spot. I had a really good camp. I had a lot of fun. Um, and I don't know, we're here. We're here. I'm excited about this fight. And I think that a lot of that is fight related. Like, I'm excited about the matchup. It's a fun fight. I like Brazil. They don't like me so much, but I can still love them.
So there it is, guys. Anthony Smith. How you guys feel about that little clip? Also, he's going to this fight. He said he's in a good place mentally, physically, because you know, what I mean, I didn't show all that in the interview. He had therapy and his mind is at the right place. So, what I mean, I like Anthony. Good guy, overall good guy, good commentator on MMA, on fights, overall good. You know, what I mean, with Michael Bismuth, very good on also on MFC commentary. One of the guys that commentary on MMA fights. Good guy, man. I like Anthony. My pick for this fight, you know what I mean. You have a young guy coming up in Victor, you know what I mean, and you have an old lion dog like Anthony Smith, Lionheart. Good fight overall good. You know, it's difficult fight, man. But I have a feeling Anthony Smith will get the job done. Um, it could be a knockout, you know what I mean? And I like Anthony Smith. I think he's still got a lot of fights. 35, not old, not young. You know what I mean? You have a history, guys, and I think he will bring the win home. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video, guys. And thank you again for joining me this morning, guys. Until next time. All right.